What's going on, guys? Cody here with CJ Build. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. And guys, today we are back in the Honda, but today we're gonna finally be taking out the P28 that is chipped and replacing it with a Hondata S300 P28. Main reason for the switch: my Hondata ECU that I have when I bought it came with the PWM, which is for boost by gear. And when I raise the boost, I do want to be utilizing the boost by gear. I already have a Mac valve on the car, just not wired up yet. Right now we're warming up the car in the old map, just so the car is nice and warm when we do the tuning. So once the car is warmed up, we're going to take the ECU out, connect the Hondata, and then start the base map. The car will already be warm, so we'll be able to set the base timing. That way our timing numbers are accurate. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This is a D16Y8. So we'll be setting up the base timing to 12 degrees. So I'll show you everything when we're going along. But if you guys have any questions, any concerns, let me know down in the comments. Hit me up on Instagram and we'll discuss it. But anyway, I'm gonna let the car warm up and then we'll start switching out the ECU. Alright, so now that we have the ECU connected, let's go ahead and let's connect my laptop to the ECU. Shameless plug on the to my CJ. Pretty much we're going to start with the base map and kind of work from there. I'll show you some of the initial setup and some of the cleanup that I'm going to do. I'll do offline, that way it's not like a 2-hour video. So we'll go ahead and do new calibration. Let's start with start with the Z6. Okay, right away you can tell the map isn't the prettiest. I don't like these raised values in the valleys. But let's just start off by going to parameters. Okay, so in parameters, I have an aftermarket map sensor, which is, I think it's 617.2 with an offset of 7. I should put us at 3096. Okay, so maybe it's 0.5, 0.6, 7. Okay, that's about right. So that's our map. Let's disable VTech at first to make sure everything's good on the lower map before going to VTech. I gotta change my injectors. They're, I believe, 440 cc. The dead times. Give me a second while I check the dead times. Alright, so I got these from Honda Tuning Suite, because that's where I had them uploaded before. These are for the RDX injectors, so if you're running those, these are the dead times. If you're not, gotta find the dead times for your injectors. Let's turn off closed loop, because we want to run it open loop first. That way it doesn't make any kind of calculations, it's just exactly what's on the table. Boost cut, we'll put 11 psi in case like a vacuum line comes off. Like I always like setting boost cut like a couple psi above what I'm tuning for, just in case. Let's not set up anything else. Launch control, yeah, we'll do this after, but definitely we're gonna play with this too. These tables look ugly, but let's see if it'll start. So I'm gonna push this tune to the ECU and let's see if it'll start. Come back! It started right up. Alright, so yeah, we're running. I gotta throw some more fuel in it. It's pretty lean right now. Turn on logging. So this is where we are. So I'm assuming the whole map's gonna be a little lean. So I am going to just throw in 10%. Yeah, that's not bad. Right now on the table, it's reading that it's between 18.5 and 23.7, and I know that's not what this car is seeing right now. So I know the Z6 tune is at a base 16 degrees. The Y8 is a 12, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna put the timing light to it, and I'm gonna set the car on Hondata to 12 degrees, set the car to 12 degrees mechanically. That way what it's sending and what it's seeing is the same, and then from there we'll know that whatever timing we're throwing at it is what we want. Behind a little bit, so we gotta advance the distributor. Okay, so when I was going ahead and trying to get to the timing dialed in, when I'd have it on 12 degrees on the computer, it was saying about 8 degrees mechanically. So I went ahead and advanced the distributor as far advanced as it can go without cutting into like the distributor base and pushing it further. The best I was able to get was 10 degrees out of it, so it's 2 degrees off right now from what's on Hondata to mechanical. We're just gonna have to now keep that in mind whenever we're doing the difference with timing. So if I have 20 degrees on the map on Hondata, it's gonna be 18 degrees going to the car. Whatever, we just have to do it for now. Eventually I'll see if I can do some modification to the distributor, but for right now, let's go ahead and let's take the car out and let's see if we can get it kind of dialed in on the map that it's on right now. Probably just gonna drive around a little bit more, get a little bit more data, and then I'll hop back on the camera once the car's a little bit more dialed in and we're doing a bit of pulls. Alright guys, so we've been driving the car around for a bit, and for the most part the tune is pretty solid. There's a couple of rich spots and a couple of lean spots. Right up in throttle it's pretty good. I'll give you guys a little rip here before we head home. But yeah, the car's pretty solid so far, so I'm gonna keep messing with the tune as we keep driving it around, get it a bit more dialed in. And at the next video, we'll see about getting some nice two-step and launch control set up on S300. I know I've gotten some questions on how to get it set up and get it sounding really nice, so next video we'll go ahead and do that. So I'll give you guys a rip, and then I'll see you guys next week.